Welcome back to Terrible Christian Movies. I watch bad Christian movies so that you don't have to. We got a good one for you today. Gramps Goes to College embarks on a cinematic journey that could generously be described as a cross between an after-school special and a lecture on creationism, with all the charm of a PowerPoint presentation gone rogue. Our protagonist, Ty Bounds, played with the gusto of a man on a divine mission, dives headfirst into the liberal lion's den, college. Ty's retirement plan? To battle the secular forces poisoning young minds. If only retirement communities had known they were competing with such exhilarating options. Is Gramps going back to college to learn a new skill? Nah. He's not there to get an education, oh no. His one true mission? To fight the evil liberal secular humanist professors who are brainwashing the youth with their devious evolutionary teachings. From the very first scene, you know you're in for a wild ride. Ty and his gym buddy lay out the entire premise in one long, rambling line that has all the subtlety of a sledgehammer to the face. And let me tell you, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the heavy-handed preaching in this film. But what really makes Gramps Goes to College a true chef's kiss of cinematic excellence is the sheer number of subplots and details that are introduced, built up, and then promptly abandoned without any resolution. Ty has an estranged daughter he wants to reconnect with? Nah, forget about it. Stephanie's dad is paying child support until she's 21? Doesn't matter. Never mentioned again. Also, who the hell pays child support until the age of 21? That doesn't make any sense. But look at me, naively thinking that this is supposed to make sense. It's like the writer had a checklist of every Christian movie trope and was just throwing them in willy-nilly. Oh, we need a scene where the atheist girl tries to corrupt the good Christian girl? Check. A drinking competition where someone almost dies? Check. Gratuitous chess scenes to show how smart the protagonist is? Double check. The film stars Donald James Parker himself as Ty Bounds, a retired computer programmer turned college crusader. Parker, both in front of and behind the camera, delivers a performance that could only be described as what you'd expect if your Bible study leader got lost on his way to the pulpit and ended up on a film set. His portrayal of Ty is as one-dimensional as the creationist flyers handed out at a church potluck, yet with less charisma. The supporting cast, including the much-maligned Stephanie, played with all the nuance of a 1980s anti-drug PSA, and Snarf, yes, Snarf, Ty's roommate, contribute to a college universe that feels more fabricated than the talking snake in Eden. Stephanie's journey from drunken heathen to born-again Christian is as believable as Noah's Ark being uncovered in a suburban backyard. Donald James Parker's choice to set pivotal scenes in locales that scream church fellowship hall rather than university campus lends an air of authenticity to the film that one might find in a hastily organized Christmas play. And just when you think the film might veer into genuine human emotion, it doubles down on its agenda, ensuring any potential for relatability is sacrificed at the altar of sermonizing. But let's talk about the antagonist. Dr. Tucker, the evolution-peddling biology professor whose villainy is telegraphed with the subtlety of a televangelist's love-offering plea. Her attempts to seduce Ty with both secular humanism and, shockingly, her feminine wiles, provide a climax to the film that's as uncomfortable as it is bewildering, culminating in a dinner scene that might just have you praying for the rapture. Before we get to that alluring scene, I'd like to mention that Dr. Tucker starts off her first day of class asking students if they believe in God. Those who raise their hands, she tells them that she will change their mind. That would never, ever, happen in any classroom, especially a college one. Let's talk about the dinner scene. It's such a strange and off-putting seduction scene between Ty and Dr. Tucker. I'm not exaggerating when I say this unholy mess made me feel genuine secondhand embarrassment. It starts with her taking off her jacket, which for some reason just utterly derails Ty's brain. He can't even look at her anymore because she's too charming. Then it descends into a flurry of Dr. Tucker aggressively coming onto Ty and inviting him to have fun and telling him to grab her, all while Ty repeatedly affirms what a perfect gentleman he is for resisting her insistent feminine charms. It's insanity, absolute insanity. My personal favorite, though? The random scene where Stephanie just dies after chugging 20 shots of Everclear in a drinking competition, only for her to be revived by the power of Michaela's prayer and announce she saw a vision of, what was it? It was fire. A vision of fire. Or maybe just a barbecue. It's the perfect encapsulation of how laugh-out-loud stupid and nonsensical this whole movie is. I could go on. The weird pseudoscience rants against things like fluoride in the water. The completely arbitrary intramural sports storyline that's basically an excuse for Ty to be flawless at every athletic endeavor. Even the ending, where the movie just keeps going for 20 more minutes after it felt like it should have ended. It's a beautiful disaster through and through. Between the painful acting, the absurd plots and characters, and the naked contempt for proving any of its arguments, it's an unbelievable viewing experience. I've never seen anything like it. In the end, Gramps Goes to College is an epic saga of faith, fallacy, and fundamentally flawed filmmaking. It attempts to tackle the age-old debate of creation versus evolution with the finesse of a chainsaw juggling act. For those seeking a faith-affirming cinematic experience, you might find more spiritual enlightenment watching paint dry in your church's Sunday school classroom. For everyone else, this film serves as a reminder that sometimes the most profound lessons come not from what is taught, but from recognizing what not to do. Thanks for watching. Please, subscribe. This is basically my purgatory, and I'd like to know I'm not alone.